Good morning, Math Masters, and Math Wizards. Welcome to yet another edition of Eureka Math in the Morning with Mr. Leggett. Today, we're going to jump into multiplying fractions. And you don't have your problem set at home, so you're going to have to be writing along now, all of us. So if you have some scratch paper and pencil ready to go. And this is Lesson 23, Problem Set, Module 5, Grade 4. It says circle any fractions that are equivalent to a whole number. Record the whole number below the fraction. So the first thing they want us to do is count by 1/3. We're going to start at 0/3 and we're going to end at 6/3. Okay, and okay, fair enough. So we're going to start with 0/3 and watch this. Let's go horizontal so we have a little more room. 0/3. And notice where I put the comma. Right by that fraction bar there. Okay, so 0/3. What's next? 1/3. 2/3. 3/3. Is that equivalent to a whole number? You bet it is. It's 1. Okay. 4/3. 5/3 and 6/3. Is 6/3 equivalent to a whole number? You better believe it is. It's equivalent to 2. You see how that works? 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, 1. 1 and 1/3, 1 and 2/3, another 1 and 3/3 or 2. We'll get the hang of it. Remember, multiplication is simply repeated addition, right? We're going to talk about that a little more too. Now we're going to go to count by 1/2, start at 0, end at 8/2. So we're going to start at 0/2, 1/2, 2/2 make one whole, right? 3/2, 4/2, what would that be? That would be 2, right? Another 2/2. 5/2. 6/2. What number would that be? What whole number? That's 1, 2, and 3. 7/2, and I'm running out of room, and 8/2. We'll circle 8/2. What number do you think 8/2 is? If you said 4, you're right. 1/2, 1. 1 and 1/2, 2. 2 and 1/2, 3. 3 and 1/2, 4. All right, our next problem, we're going to have to write kind of small. And it's going to use parentheses to show how to make ones in the following number sentence. So follow along really closely with me, okay? We're doing 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, more to go. Plus 1/4 plus 1/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus 1/4 plus 1/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Perfect. Plus 1/4. And this is going to equal 3. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And now what we're doing is we're going to use parentheses to show how to make ones in the following number sentence. Oh, somebody said my favorite word, parentheses. Yes, Math Mutt, what we're doing is we're going to put parentheses around the fractions to show when they equal 1, okay? So what do you think? How many quarters equal 1? How many fourths? Well, they're called fourths, so 4/4 must equal 1. So where should we put the parentheses? Well, around 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, exactly right, Math Mutt. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That shows me 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2, right? And 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 3. So 1 hole, 2 holes, 3 holes, right? See that? Okie doke. We're going to continue on. And we're going to be using, for number 3, it says multiply as shown below, draw a number line to support your answer. Okay, are we ready to do this? New territory here for us. 6 times 1/3. Okay, so let's make a number line. I'm going to start at 0. I'll go 1, 2, and 3. So go ahead and make that number line. What are we multiplying? We are multiplying thirds. So I'm going to break this into thirds. 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. 1 and 1/3, 1 and 2/3, 1 and 3/3 are 2. 2 and 1/3, 2 and 2/3, 2 and 3/3 are 3. So we're going to do 6 times 1/3. And I could go like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 1/3. It would equal 2. But let's break it down just a little bit, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3 times 1/3. Boop. And this is 3 times 1/3. What do I equal? 1. 1/3 once, 1/3 twice, 1/3 3 times. Let's do the next one. We got to do 3 more, right? Because it's 6 times 1/3. Boop. And we do 3 times 1/3. So we can see here that 6 times 1/3 equals 2 times what? 3/3 equals 2. So 2 times 3/3 would equal 2. I think we'll get the hang of this. Let's get on another piece of paper. If you have enough room on your paper, that's fine. I'm kind of writing large so we can all see. So this is 6 times 1/2. All right? Are we ready? Let's make a number line. Can you see my number line? We're going to go 0, 1, 2, well that wasn't very good, and 3. Should have made them a little better spaced out, but I think we get the idea. So we're making halves, right? Boop, boop, and boop. All right, now we're doing 6 times 1/2. Let's figure out where we would be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 halves is 3. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to do 3 times 1/2. Are we ready? Oh, actually, no, let's do 2 times 1/2. Ready? 2 times 1/2. 2 times 1/2. And 2 times 1/2. And here you can see that we have 2, 4, 6. It's going to equal 3. But we can show this again as 6 times 1/2 equals what? It equals 3 times 2 halves, which equals 3. Basically 3 times 1, right? 3 times 2 halves. 2 halves there, 2 halves there, 2 halves there equals 3. All right, we're going to do one more before we call it a day for our Eureka math. We're going to take that paper and I'm going to make it horizontal again. This way, not vertical, but horizontal. And this is 12 times 1/4. Let's make my number line. So I have 0, 1, 2, and 3. And what are we dealing with? We're dealing with quarters. 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4 quarters. 1 and 1/4, 1 and 2/4, 1 and 3/4, 1 and 4 quarters are 2. 2 and 1/4, 2 and 2 quarters, 2 and 3/4, 2 and 4 quarters are 3. All right, so we're doing 12 times 1/4. We could go like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It equals 3, but let's break it down a little bit, okay? Let's go like this. Let's go, and we'll say 4 times 1/4, 4 times 1/4, and 4 times 1/4. Now, let's see what this looks like when we break it down a little more. We go 12 times 1/4 equals what? Well, we would have 4, 8, 12 right there. So we could say that this would be what? What could we put here? Think about it. want you to think hard, long and hard about it. Couldn't I go like this? 3 times 4 quarters equals 3, because there's 3 groups there. Does that make sense? 3 times 4 quarters equals 3. We've done 4 quarters once, 4 quarters twice, 4 fourths or 4 quarters 3 times, and there you have it. I know it's a little confusing, but we'll get this down tomorrow when we do the other side. And please be sure to log on to IXL for 20 to 25 minutes, Imagine Learning for 20 to 25 minutes. Check your social studies if you haven't been doing the one-pager that we've been working on. And also be sure to check your language arts so you can stay with us when we do our benchmark studies. So thank you so much for being a great audience. I will see you tomorrow.